The Life of Socrates, a Journey of Wisdom and Courage. Socrates, one of the greatest philosophers in history, lived in ancient Greece over 2,000 years ago. He wasn't born into wealth or fame, and unlike many of his peers, he never wrote down his teachings. But his ideas have influenced the course of human thought like few others. What made Socrates so powerful wasn't just what he knew, but how he lived his life with a relentless commitment to seeking the truth. The pursuit of wisdom. Socrates believed that the only way to live a meaningful life was to constantly ask questions and seek deeper understanding. He would walk through the streets of Athens, engaging in conversations with everyone, rich and poor, young and old. His famous method, now called the Socratic method, involved asking probing questions that forced people to examine their beliefs and question the very things they thought were true. He once said, "The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing." This was not a statement of ignorance, but a recognition that true wisdom comes from acknowledging our limits and striving to learn more. Courage to stand alone. Socrates was not afraid to challenge the status quo. He questioned the politicians, the artists, and even the gods of ancient Greece. He believed that a good life was one spent in the pursuit of virtue and truth, rather than wealth or power. Because of this, he became an outsider in his own city. Many people in Athens, particularly those in power, felt threatened by his constant questioning. They accused him of corrupting the youth and disrespecting the gods. Yet despite all this, Socrates remained unshaken in his mission. The Trial of Socrates. In 399 BCE, Socrates was put on trial. He was charged with corrupting the minds of the young and failing to honor the gods. Many expected Socrates to beg for mercy or compromise his beliefs to avoid the death penalty. But he did not. In his defense, he boldly stated that he would never stop pursuing the truth, even if it meant losing his life. He believed that an unexamined life is not worth living. He saw death as a mere transition and held fast to his principles, even when it would have been easier to back down. The legacy of Socrates was sentenced to death by drinking poison hemlock. He could have escaped or fled the city, but he chose to face his fate with calm acceptance. For him, living with integrity and staying true to his values was far more important than saving his life. His final act of bravery and conviction left a lasting impression on his students, especially Plato, who would go on to document his teachings and shape the future of philosophy. Socrates' life teaches us that wisdom comes not